Well, good morning, Stonecreek Church family. I hope that you are doing well. What did you think about that video I shared with you last week with Pastor Craig Rochelle? He's a great dynamic speaker, and I love that he shared his story of when he came to faith and how he immediately went back out to try and get someone else to be a follower of Jesus. We've got a lot going on in our lives, and I know one of the things that I struggle with is a lot of the defeating internal thoughts and destructive thoughts that we all have. You know, the devil is a liar. It is his native tongue, Jesus says, that whenever he opens his mouth, he's speaking fluently because that's the language that he speaks. And to overcome these things, you have to have more than just a positive attitude. My dad works for a company called Leadership Management International. The founder is a man by the name of Paul J. Meyer. And one of the quotes from Paul J. Meyer is, "Whatever you vividly imagine, ardently desire, sincerely believe, and enthusiastically act upon must inevitably come to pass." You need a plan to overcome destructive thoughts. What are your destructive thoughts? Do you beat yourself up whenever you struggle with a particular sin? Do you tell yourself over and over that you're not worthy, that you're not this or you're not that, you're too skinny, you're too fat, you're not strong enough? All these different lies that we tell ourselves, and at the root of every lie, every one of these destructive thoughts is a lie. Where do they come from? Where do those lies come from? Satan told the first lie. And the lie wasn't to eat the fruit. The lie wasn't to live in sin. The lie was simply to question God. Have you ever done that? We question God all the time. But Satan wrapped up his lie in false promises, and he's been telling lies ever since. Satan can't force you to do anything, but he tells you things that either you want to hear or don't want to hear as a motivator to do evil, to sin, to challenge God's righteousness and his authority. He knows exactly what we want to hear, and that's what makes these lies very powerful. He sets up a trap. He knows us well enough to know exactly what kind of bait to use. And once he gets the person to believe the lie, then it's a domino effect where he just uses that person to hurt others and perpetuate the lies. You can't stand up to Satan on your own. You've got to draw near to God, resist the devil, and he will flee. The first step is draw near to God. How do you draw near to God? Well, you get into his word. You study scripture. When Jesus was tempted, he quoted scripture right back to the devil. The person that you lie to the most is yourself, because lies come from our old nature. Imagine, the story of elephants and how they keep elephants from running away. They tie a strong chain to their leg when they're tiny and small, and they get so used to that chain that when they're older, they can tie a tiny little rope, and that elephant isn't going to go anywhere because he has bought the lie that he is chained up. But we have been released from our chains. And those little strings aren't strong enough to hold us, but we keep going back to our old sin nature. And you know what? We buried that sin nature. We drowned in it when we were baptized, but it still has a tendency to pull on us. Overcoming destructive thoughts is beyond positive thinking. It is really about planning your way to honor God, not thinking about what you're not going to do. Think about what you are going to do. Draw near to God. Resist the devil. I can't just resist the devil. I need to draw near to God. I need to pursue righteousness. Instead of beating myself up over the things that I did or didn't do, I need to look at what I can do to honor God. We all need to be encouraged. And I hope that this is an encouragement to you as you think about destructive thoughts and how we can overcome those by being in the Word, honoring God, and living a life of righteousness. Not just no sin. I love Pastor Rob sharing his message this past Sunday. And, he is able, God is able, Jesus is able to keep you from stumbling. God bless you. Have a great, great weekend. We'll see you on Sunday.